Because this is a short, I just want to get your attention very quick on the topic of forgiveness. Now, I'm sorry to say, but I believe that the majority of people in hell will have some kind of unforgiveness buried in their heart that they never dealt with. And if you want to write down a few scripture, you can write down, I'm just going to say the chapter. So Luke 7 deals with those who have been forgiven much, love much. And Matthew 6, it talks about unless we forgive others, we will not be forgiven by our Father. In Matthew 18, it talks about forgiving someone not 7 times, but 70 times 7, so meaning unconditional and ongoing forgiveness. In Romans 9, it talks about that God will avenge so that we don't have to take things into our own hands. In Ecclesiastes 12, it talks about that God will judge everything. And 2 Corinthians 5, that all will appear before the judgment seat of Christ to be rewarded for good and for bad. So that is something to fear. And also in Matthew 10, where it talks about don't be afraid of man who can or who can harm the body, but rather fear the one who can throw body and soul into hell. So these are all sobering verses, and I have had to have them read to me, and I've had to read them myself, and I've had to come to grips with a lot of different people and relationships in my life where I have been hurt, I've been cornered, I've been wounded, I've been misunderstood, falsely accused, abused, attacked, wrongly treated, disrespected. You just keep adding the words, and all those things have come at me from other people, other men and women, and people my age throughout my life. But it's what it does to you. Does what they do to you, do you take that hurt and then do you continue on and almost drive the dagger into yourself and twist it and make it even worse? Do you take the harm and the negativity and the abuse, and do you begin to turn it on yourself instead of turning it upward towards the Lord? Because it's something that we have to handle, and we have to handle it in this life, and we can't let it go, and it's not going to go away if you bury it. You must deal with it, and by forgiving them, it doesn't mean that they're right, but it means that, you know what, I'm going to wait for the Avenger, the real Avenger, which is God the Father. And so just like a kid, if they have a problem with another kid, they're not going to take it in their own hands. They're going to let their dad take care of it. Please do that.